Welcome to another anticipated album review. This episode, I'll be covering the new studio album Spirits from Texas alternative metal band Nothing More. Hailing from San Antonio, Texas, these guys have gone through different member changes, and they were very underground and not really known at all, staying really within the independent circles, struggling to get label backing. On their 2009 album, The Few Not Fleeting, the drummer of the band, Johnny Hawkins, completely flips to being just the vocalist and frontman for the group. With his vocal style matched with their style, they completely self-funded their self-titled album, which was heard by 11-7 Music, a rock label who currently works with a lot of the biggest bands on hard rock radio, who then signed them and released the record in 2014, leading to huge success with songs like This Is the Time, Ballast, and Jenny. Even their album after that, 2017's The Story We Tell Ourselves, gained traction with the usage of their song Go to War in the trailer for War of the Planet of the Apes. It was also nominated for Best Rock Performance and Best Rock Song at the Grammys, with the album it's being on was also nominated for Best Rock Album. And then with 5 years later and a new album out, are we in high spirits or in disappointing returns? Let's find out. Spirits kicks off with the lead single of the album, Turn It Up Like, in parentheses, Stand in the Fire, which starts as a build-up of repeating the line, Stand in the Fire, Become What You Are. It then kicks into a typical energetic Nothing More song, with Johnny's more eccentric vocals kicking in with a nice heavy riff. Not as catchy of a song in the same way as some of their old songs or other songs on this record, but catchy in that the lines are so easily repeatable. Lyrics such as put me in a microwave, push all the buttons at the same time, or all my friends are dead, they all got fucked by the internet, are just so jarring that you just remember them somehow. The tune itself is really good and energetic at moments as well though, but a nice cut. Then the heavy riffs kick it into gear on Tired of Winning, with the chorus hitting super hard as that same riff kicks it into gear. The verses kind of deal with existence in a way, but that's just kind of my own interpretation. This does flow right into the next song, Ships in the Night, which starts with a talking portion from British philosopher Alan Watts, like they've also used and included on their last two records. After the speaking portion, there's a nice riff before one single chorus continuing that same topic from the previous song, Existence. The next song, You Don't Know What Love Means, gives us the first more emotional-based song from their discography, yet it's still heavy, which tackles the subject of love falling apart because the other person won't fix themselves. Case in point, the line, I hope you get all your shit back together, I hope you know only you can make you better. A very beautiful song. Don't Look Back once again continues that theme, but in a more angry way, like he's upset that the other person having problems just refuses to try or do anything to help the relationship. The next song, if you're having a problem with the people around you being snakes, liars, then tune into the next track, The Other F Word, which is about dealing with fake people and calling them out. The chorus is also really catchy as he states his mother telling him that people will lie in your life and to call out the fake. There's also a nice riffy breakdown after the whispered vocals of Call It Like You See It, which is a really nice part. Face It, which is a bit of a longer track, it's just over 6 minutes. It doesn't take that long of a time to build up and pumps out a very heavy track about facing the worst moments in your life despite everything. A nice breakdown near the end is also pretty good. This is also a really nice time to talk about the guitar work from Mark V, whose last name I can't really pronounce that easily, sorry. His riffs on this record, as he has on past releases, has been amazing. The more guitar solo parts and other effects on the guitar are with the help of Johnny Hawkins' creation called the Scorpion, that he built primarily for stage shows. A giant scorpion tail which feeds effects and other electronic elements into the guitar while Hawkins himself hops on and pulls the handles. It also has a side that acts as a drum for extra rhythm, which helps with his experience being the band's former drummer. Back on track, the next song, Best Times, which talks about a familiar song topic, nostalgia and reminiscence. The lyric, it's bittersweet how the best times aren't the best times until they leave, will hit home for a lot of people. Deja Vu is probably my least favorite song on the album. It's not necessarily a bad song, but just compared to everything before and after, it's not really that much, but it's okay. It is a very slow song, but does have a good vocal performance from Hawkins, which is at least gives it a point. Back to the riffs with Dream With Me, where the verses are really nice, but the chorus doesn't really have that oomph that I expect, and it's kind of just okay, but still better than Deja Vu. Neverland brings back another speaking portion from the philosopher Alan Watts, but not much. But it does lead into the next song, Valhalla, in parentheses, Too Young to See, which has a nice build-up and then an awesome chorus, a very chill verse, and a nice bridge that acts as like a spoken poetic anthem by Hawkins before a nice little breakdown. The song even ends with another Alan Watts spoken part, and then we transition to the final song on the album, the title track, Spirits, which is the epitome of just like kind of all the styles and sounds throughout their entire record into this finale to a good album, and I really enjoy it. A nice outing for the Texas Rockers, giving fans what they expect with a bit of a difference throughout. Riffs are a lot more of a focus on this record than the past, and the eccentric nature and energetic side to their music does help them stand out just a bit more. Although it's nothing super unique or out of their wheelhouse or something completely bonkers, Nothing More does put on a show throughout the album and provides sounds that both old fans and new fans, I think, will enjoy. Spirits gets an 8 out of 10. Let me know what you think about this record in the comments below. You can also drop some song recommendations as well. Maybe I'll add them to my Spotify playlist, which I will link in the description. And thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the next review. Peace.